Hi guys, it's Ghoul and today we are going to be continuing on with our rainbow build. Today's one is orange, so of course I had to go into the desert as I felt that was the area that I thought would suit it the most. This is a longer build, there is a lot more decorative items to it, and there's a lot of things that I did change. I went back and forth, you know me, so I hope you enjoy. So I started off with quite a boxy build. I knew I wanted to incorporate some of the slanted roofs, roofs, tiling, but I knew that I didn't want it to take over the whole thing, so I definitely kept it, pretty like low. I didn't go full steeple on it. The stairs took me forever and a day, so I did edit most of that out. I'm still learning to do it on PC. I have been a PC and console builder for a while, but you know what it is. You know me by now. So I wanted to go with kind of sandy orange kind of tones, because I didn't want it looking like someone just chucked up a pumpkin. But at the same time, I really wanted to kind of, try something new. I've been really into doing like villa builds and summer house builds and things like that, and I really feel this worked really well. I did end up changing my mind about 100 times, but like I said, you know me by now. I did enjoy this build quite a lot actually, because it did have different elements to it, and I really like the fact that we were able to just build, and this literally probably took me in real life about 25 minutes, so it's not essentially a long build at all, but I tell you, the details were a lot more than normal. I really wanted to include these gorgeous tile stairs because I don't know, I just thought they added to the whole orange villa kind of style. I did regret doing the fences, so I do go back and change them in a minute, and but like I said, like I wanted everything to be orange but not so in your face glaringly orange, and I did find that with the red build as well. The next build is yellow, so I'm intrigued to see what we can do with that one, but yeah, as you can see, I did go in and change the fences because I don't know, I kind of preferred the higher fence, and the top of it kind of fit the vibe a little more, and regrettably there is none, there isn't anything for the railings for the stairs, but we went with it. We tried our best, and I did want to go and do an outside perimeter wall. There isn't any in the neighbourhood, but I really just fancy doing it. I do go back in and change that back wall later on because I did end up making this build too big, but overall I really did like how it turned out, so especially when I get the walls right like this, but yeah, no, I definitely liked how it turned out. I think it really suited the kind of vibe a lot. If I was to do anything differently, I probably would make it smaller straight away, and not kind of, I don't know, not kind of go and use as much of the space as possible. I have been doing these trademark heart pools lately, and I've been liking how they've turned out. They've been really cool. I definitely would go back in and make the deck a little bigger. That's probably why I made that back wall so high in the beginning, but I just totally forgot about it. I do really like it. The only downside is there is no orange trim, so I did have to use, a soft pink, but I think that works well okay as well. I will say now, I did really enjoy going in and having all the orange flowers and the palm trees, and I love making it like a little, I don't know, I like texture and decoration and things like that naturally anyway, so I thought this would be a really cool way of bringing that orange into all the ground and the green in the ground and the green scenery as well. Again, I probably would move that deck if I could. If I could go back in and change one thing, that definitely would be one of them. However, I do like the different levels of plants and flowers and shrubs and the rocks that we put in as well. I just wanted to add something, something different to look at maybe. I did go in very heavily on the texture, and do you know what? I actually like it. I like the fact that we're always exploring something different in each episode, and I don't know, I think like I'm evolving a little bit, so I'm pretty happy with that. We did go back in with the most gorgeous stairs for the build, and I really like how this turned out. Again, I probably would go in maybe a little with a darker brown or something, because I do end up having a lot of browns at the at the front of the house to kind of tie in those windows. As I didn't really like these these fresh ones. So yeah, I don't know, I did change my mind several times because you know me, on this, particularly on the windows, but overall I am happy with how they came out. I do think that I would probably not use those for this kind of build, and I'm really glad I went with just the plain paints. I don't know, there's just something that ties it all in. I think maybe I could have gone for like a lighter orangey brown, but I do like how these stood out, and yeah, and I definitely would use them again. I have a bit of a nervous laugh this time because I like it, but I'm a bit shy to show it. Like, this build is like quite cool, but I don't know, is it egotistical to like be excited about your own stuff? Because I kind of am. Yeah, I did go in with the lighter orange paving this time. Paving? Slating this time, just because I didn't want it to like someone kick the giant pumpkin at it, but I do like the subtle nods to the orange and all of that. I think it's really cool, especially as the roof kind of tied in, and yeah, you see that I've kind of made a mistake there, but we've kind of fixed it, and that's what I meant earlier by going completely mad with the texturing, but it worked. And you know, I mean, I could have done a little bit more out the back, but I was on a bit of a time crunch, and I wasn't, you know, I didn't really want it to be that you guys are watching like an hour-long video of me just messing around with some walls and some, you know, some windows and stuff. I did rearrange some of them because if you know me by now, you know that I do put in too many windows in the beginning and then take them out. I do absolutely love this orange tile, and again, I like the fact that it's kind of, again, it fits in the colour quota without it being too crazy. So yes, I added most of the things that I could find in the outside portion, which were orange. I did think about having a picnic area, but I did change it to the last minute, which you will see later on. I did add some little bits here and there, which I probably would go back in and maybe change, but I do love the fact that we kind of went with the orange lights and the orange plant pots. I think it just ties some of it together, and yeah, I was really happy with how it came out. I'm narrating as I go, honestly, and it's really nice for me to see, like, you know, I'm going back in and I'm having a look for what feels like the third or fourth time, and actually going, okay, this could work for next time, or maybe I wouldn't include this again. So it's really cool for me to look back and, you know, and actually like go through the video with you guys. So yeah, so I did have a few outside lights, and then I focused on the interior, and I knew I wanted it to be orange, but I don't know, I wasn't too keen on going full on head to floor orange. You know, I just thought it would be too much. It's quite a very bright colour as is. At least like with blues, you can have light blue and dark blue and things could be like a bit more understated. But with orange, it's incredibly, I don't know, it's incredibly difficult, I think. I do edit the kitchen a little more than I had planned, but I did like the outcome in the end, and I definitely would do it again. Yeah, as you see, there's three like arches, but yeah, we did go down to 2, just because we did put in a cupcake machine at one of my followers' requests. The kitchen here did take obviously a bit of a battering. I couldn't make up my mind, and I really couldn't decide which kind of stuff I wanted. I thought this might look too cheesy, but in the end I actually really liked how this turned out. It was pretty cool, and I did add a bar and some flooring to each room as well. Again, just standard orangey brown colours, and this island took me forever to get right, so I'm super proud of that. We did add a few little orange things around like the kitchen area, because I don't know, I just kind of wanted it to be, again, not too in your face, but, you know, really cool orange colour. Going in with rugs, I thought dizzying. I thought this one could have been pretty cool. I really wanted to experiment with shapes and colours and styles, and although it's kind of like a light brown, this did work in our favour pretty well. And do you know what, honestly, I really do dig that little rug. Well, not little, but I do I dig that rug. I really wanted to, as I say, include loads of orange, but without it going too much over the top, and I really hope that I did the brief pretty well. You can tell that it is definitely an orange home, and I don't know, there's all little accents bits with orange on, and I just really thought it was cool. And And yeah, so I do look back and I think, why did I put that there? So I really wanted to include just some very brief artwork. I didn't want to go too over the top. Again, I didn't want it to look so crazy. I mean, if there was different shades of orange, it would have been really cool, but this is base game, and I do feel we achieved a lot with the base game this time. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I have no idea why I put those three there. I think probably because I thought the room was too dark. And then I focused on, I didn't know what I was trying to create here, but I focused on just the main elements of the bathroom, and I really like how it turned out. It just looks a little different. This was the hardest room, I'm not gonna lie. There's so many different styles and things that didn't go well with each other, and I don't know, it's probably not my favourite room, just because, again, there's so many different things of orange that didn't really work. But I tried to make it as pulled together as I possibly could, and the room is cozy, I'm not going to deny that, but it's not as orange as I had hoped, so I think that probably is my least favourite room. I realised that all my windows needed adjusting, so I went ahead and did that, and I don't know what I was thinking with these little curtains, but I don't know, we'll keep them in for now. I really wanted to create a little reading area upstairs. It's an inside joke. Anyone who knows me knows that I absolutely adore reading. I even write a few books now and then, and I really just wanted to encourage that little cozy nook, because I think oranges and browns can be really, really cozy, even autumnal. But I don't know, like, you know, we are building in the middle of April, so I didn't really want to go full Christmassy, fall, festive, autumn kind of stuff. I just wanted to go with bright, cozy, like almost like a little holiday place where you can just go and relax, and I really felt like I made the brief there. I did include these amazing orange rugs, which I've never ever used in a build, so that's a first, and some really cool instruments, because I just thought, why not? I did end up including also these two tables and chairs that don't match, but I kind of like the fact that they don't match, because I just like how unique it is. I didn't really want to go too mad in the living room because I knew I was kind of cutting it close for time. But honestly, I like it. It's a little mood. I tried to go there with some orange pieces where it wasn't so in your face, and I think that we did that brief really, really well. I just chucked a bunch of plants everywhere in orange pots because I figured that would make it make it come together a little bit, maybe. And I did include a TV in this one, which is rare because I've really been loving the fact that we haven't had a lot of electronics in the house. I do absolutely love these rugs. I think they're pretty cool. They add something pretty cool to the room as well. So I really wanted to do a TV kind of thing on one side and like a chilled out area on the other, and I really like how that turned out. There are a few inside jokes here, so if you are a regular follower of mine, you might have picked up on a few already, and I just love how it turned out. I love the fact that we had bottles behind the bar. I found all the little things I originally needed for the bathroom, and it does come out really, really well. And orange is never going to be a favourite colour of mine. I mean, I love Halloween, I love pumpkins and all of that, so it's probably third on my list of favourite colours, but I think we did this justice. I really do. I think it was really, really cool, and it was something I really enjoyed doing. I really love pushing myself out of my comfort zone for this one and creating all sorts of colours. As I say, the next build is going to be yellow, so I'm really excited to do that one, because again, there's just so much you can do with it. I did end up doing a little bit extra outside because I did want a little barbecue area, and I wasn't quite sure, as you can see, I wasn't quite sure on what tiles to use, so I did stick with the ones that were upstairs as well. I did probably rearrange this about 3,000 or 4,000 times, but ultimately I was happy with how it turned out. I did feel it was a bit plain, so I did end up using, a garden hedge kind of fence to break it up, and it really worked. I was kind of happy, so that's pretty much the end of the build. As you can see, I still made so many mistakes I didn't edit out. Honestly, it's been a real joy to do this one. Thank you so much for letting me waffle on. It's been really cool to do something a little bit different, and as I say, yellow will be up hopefully next week. So we're just gonna tidy up a little bit here, add some few flowers in, and yeah, and to show off that amazingly gorgeous green fence. And I had a last little bit of lighting and our last little path and texturing, and I think that's it. It was quite a cool build, and yeah, I mean, obviously there's things I'd go back and change, because if you know me by now, you should know I change my mind about 1,000 times a day. But honestly, it's cute. It fits the bill. It's, you know, we're learning, and I think because it's base game and it's PC, we've done a great job. So yeah, so definitely check out my next build. I'm really excited for it, and yeah, let's see what we can do with yellow. I'm quite intrigued about this one. I have a few plans thanks to Pinterest, and generally I'm really loving the rainbow challenge, as it were. So yeah, so we have a few more left, but yeah, look at it, it's cute. Here's me trying to get the last levels of everything. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and stay safe.